We are back and back in business and so on. I don't know, I'm very tired. I am so thankful this finale is done, but welcome everybody. It's BigJackFilms here. Welcome back to the InuYasha V-Logs. I know I've been very off and on with this season, getting this show back up and running, but this finale had to come first, and if you guys have seen it, you saw a couple of InuYasha characters, which was pretty cool, two of which are the primary focus of our next two-parter, which is a arc that I'm calling the Miroku proposal arc, or Miroku's confessional proposal arc. There you go. I don't know what it's called on the single edition DVDs, which I use to subtitle these, but for now that's what I'm calling it. So what is this arc? Well, first of all, I should say, again, the last time I did an InuYasha V-Log, we were kind of left at a very stalemate status on the show. We had arguably one of the worst episodes ever made, which was a rehash of an episode from the third season with Shippo. And honestly, any Shippo episodes I do not like, but this was one of the worst episodes I'd seen. And in this one, I can happily say I had a good time with. I was a little skeptical, but let's get into the plot of this. So, what we have this time is a series, like sort of a village that is all ran by women. There's no men, so it's pretty much the Amazons from Wonder Woman, but a lot worse, and I'll get to that in a sec. So the InuYasha and his gang, while they search for Miroku in the shards, they come across this village and they have to investigate what the hell's going on, why there's dead guys showing up on the shores of the rivers and everything. It's a pretty gruesome scene. And ultimately, what happens is, of course, Miroku sees the opportunity because there are plenty of fine women to mingle with, even though he's really confessed to Sango. Now, what's interesting is that we actually do get some nice flashbacks from Season 5, where Miroku and Sango, they were in Mount Hakare, and they were really pretty much tightening their bond together. But the whole time it's mentioned, the characters do kind of make it kind of a very innuendo scenario, like, what happened between you two in the cave of Mount Hakare? But it's said in a way that says, oh, they were fucking. They were straight up banging. So, that's sort of the joke that they're coming up with here. But, lo and behold, that this storyline, what happens is that the women are actually possessed by a demon that implants slugs inside them to control them. So it's sort of a mix of Year of the Hair meets, like, the Facehuggers from Alien, which, alright, I'd be okay with that. In fact, you know what? InuYasha versus Alien sounds awesome. Somebody make fan art of that. InuYasha Dinosaur 101, you know what to do. He's coming out with a really cool fan fiction that involves them going to, like, some island full of dinosaurs, which is pretty cool. But to the point, basically, there's this, all of this whole village is run by this weird lizard demon, and at one point, Sango goes off to investigate on her own, and that was a stupid decision because she ends up getting captured. She did it out of arrogance because she's frustrated with Miroku, so she gets captured, tied to chains, which, okay, you're, the waifu members for Sango, that are Team Sango, there you go. Your weird kinks there. But this woman plants the egg in Sango, she's possessed, and then actually that's how the first part ends, which I was like, oh wow. Oh, this is a two-parter, okay. So we go into part 2, and they're still fighting this demon, and obviously Miroku's presence has been scattered throughout ever since he left Mount Hakare. So they've been left with a lot more of a mess than they bargained with. So by that point, Miroku saves the women by punching them in the stomach and then puking out. This is actually one of the more graphic episodes in regards to just gross shit. Like, there's not much gross, graphic material in this show, but this is one of the few ones where it's taking a lot from Alien, it's taking a lot from these sort of erotic implanting of human interspecies concepts within the show, and it is fascinating, but it's also really creepy and eerie. Again, very much like Alien. So, surprised there's no John Hurt cameo, but to the point, basically, Miroku saves Sango, they slay the demon, and at the end of it, this is actually what a lot of fans consider, and myself included, one of the best moments in the show. That, of course, being, there's a nice talk between Sango and Miroku on this riverbank, and obviously Sango's, like, still upset of what happened, even though she fucked up herself, and Miroku's actually saying, I'm sorry, I fucked up, I was thinking with my dick, didn't mean it, and meanwhile, InuYasha, Kagome, and Shippo are watching from the bushes, and even Kagome's like, oh my god, Miroku, you're blowing it. But then, shock of all shocks, you have Miroku pretty much saying, hey Sango, we were two warriors in this war, we've been fighting for a long time, we've had our differences, we've had our connections and everything, and, you know, I appreciate you as my comrade. That's what I love. He says, you know, you're my comrade, you know, and they don't want their connection and their relationship to get in the way of their battle, their war with Miroku and getting the jewel shards and everything.
I feel as if I cannot love you as an ordinary woman. You're my comrade, the woman I fight alongside.
But what happens is that Miroku finally gets down on his knees and says, you know, hey, when this war is over, when we've collected the shards, when we've killed Miroku and my wind tunnel's gone, do you want to get married?
If we made it that far, would you come live with me? Would you bear my children, Sango?
Like, he literally proposes to her. He doesn't say, let's get married. He says, you know, come live with me and bear my children. And I'm like, so that's pretty much saying, will you marry me? Like, they've pretty much confirmed they're engaged now. So, it's a nice scene. And, you know, after 100 and something episodes, unlike the second movie with that goddamn kiss, it's earned. It's very much earned, and I loved this.
Oh, wow! He proposed to her!
He poses a what?
This actually made the whole two-part worth watching because it does focus on these two characters. It has them be the focus. You see their connection much stronger here, and now it's been built up to a higher contrast because now it's about the fact that they're going to get married after this is over. And I love that. I freaking love that.
Does this mean you'll stop womanizing?
Huh?
Now, you know me, I'm like lovey-dovey shit half the time. I'm not all, I mean, it's okay when it's there and it's well written. Like, if you got a Cameron movie, you got it hands down. But this is the kind of stuff I like in character development. And this is very much a character development episode. A two-parter story arc. And I loved it for that. So, would I say it's one of the best episodes of the show or the best arc episodes of the show? That remains to be seen once I've seen the whole series, and then I'll kind of come up with my list at some point. But this was a good one. This was definitely a decent episode, and which is shocking because I swear that most of Season 6 was going to be filler, much like Season 4, and it was such off to a bad start. But then this picked it up again, and I had an overall good time with it. So I'm going to give this one a very decent 9 out of 10. This is a good episode. If you want one of the better episodes of the season, this one, so far, we're checking out the most. I loved it. I loved I loved how it ended. I loved how it created these character dynamics. All the voice actors, again, do a marvelous job. This is one of Kirby Muro's best moments as Miroku, as well as Carrie Sheldon as Sango. They both do amazing here. So if you want to see them at their best acting, this is a good one. Like, there's some great, beautiful shots when he proposes where, you know, it dollies up to Sango and she's got the tear in her eye and the tear drops into the river and then it shows her reflection. Whoever was doing the directing in terms of the camera work and visuals, marvelous job. So yeah, 9 out of 10. Check this one out. Let me know your thoughts about this arc in the comment section below. And of course, don't forget to support our Patreon. Just $1 more, we'll get you early access to all of our content as well as other special features. Now that the season finale's done, as we get into Season 8, I can pump out more videos for you guys. The weight has been lifted off my shoulders, and I'm so happy to finally get back onto the show. So join us next week. I was like, join us next week when we take a look at what is considered a special episode. It's another two-parter. That is considered some interesting part of the show's history, and you'll see my thoughts on it next time with the woman who fell in love with Shishomaru. So get your hypes up for that. Tune in next time. I'll see you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe. This is BigJackFilms signing off saying, finally, we're back on the show. This is good. Watch this episode. Just make sure you have enough character dynamics with your partner to propose to them. So anyway, until next time, see you guys later. Take it easy.